Good morning, America! As the sun rises on another day, we're waking up to more than just the usual weather updates. It's August 20th, 2025, and this year's weather is more than just a daily forecast. It's a wake-up call for every one of us. The patterns we're seeing are unlike anything in recent memory. We're seeing stronger atmospheric signals than ever before, pointing to a season of significant and potentially record-breaking weather events across the U.S. Meteorologists are sounding the alarm, and the data is impossible to ignore. This isn't about fear, it's about awareness and action. It's about making sure you and your loved ones are ready for whatever comes your way. The forecast for 2025 is your roadmap. Whether you're living on the coast, in the heartland, or traveling across the country, no region is untouched. Weather connects us all. A storm in Florida can impact New England, disrupting travel, supply chains, and even the daily routines of families hundreds of miles away. A heat wave in the southwest can strain power grids nationwide, leading to rolling blackouts and increased risks for vulnerable communities. This year, everyone needs to pay closer attention and be ready for anything. Staying informed and having a plan could be the difference between chaos and calm. These predictions matter for every family, business, and community. Preparation isn't just for the worst-case scenario, it's for peace of mind. The science points to an energetic hurricane season. Extra vigilance is needed, especially for those living near the coast or in flood-prone areas. We'll break down what these predictions mean, why they're happening, and how you can stay safe. Understanding the science helps us all make better decisions. Being prepared can make all the difference. Simple steps today can save lives tomorrow. Let's dive in. First, we'll explore regional trends, then focus on the main event, the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season, which experts say could be one for the record books. Knowledge is power, and preparation is your best defense. Communities that plan together, weather the storm together. This isn't just another weather report, it's your guide to navigating the storms of 2025. The choices you make now could shape your year. Let's get you ready, because your safety starts with understanding what's coming and taking action before the first storm hits. Let's zoom out. 2025's weather is all about contrasts and extremes. Across the country, shifting climate patterns are making the weather more unpredictable than ever before, with each region facing its own unique set of challenges and surprises. The Northeast faces a warmer, wetter year, with heavier rainfall and increased flood risk, even from tropical systems reaching further north. Cities and towns along rivers and coasts are preparing for more frequent flooding events, and residents are urged to stay alert as storms become more intense and unpredictable. The Southeast braces for a hot, stormy summer, fueled by warm Atlantic and Gulf waters. Expect more powerful thunderstorms, a higher chance of hurricanes making landfall, and muggy, sweltering days that push heat indexes to new highs. The Midwest gets a warmer spring, but also heavy rain and increased river flooding risk. Farmers and communities are watching water levels closely, as saturated soils and overflowing rivers could impact crops and infrastructure. The plains will see a classic clash of air masses. Expect a very active severe weather season with more thunderstorms, hail, and tornadoes. Residents should be prepared for rapidly changing conditions and stay tuned to local alerts. Out west, the Southwest continues to battle drought and above-average heat, while the Pacific Northwest faces higher wildfire risk due to warmer, drier conditions. Water shortages and fire danger are top concerns, with communities working hard to adapt and protect their resources. No matter where you live, there's a weather story to follow in 2025. From coast to coast, Americans are experiencing firsthand how changing weather patterns are shaping daily life and long-term planning. Know your regional risks. Flood prep in the Northeast, where sandbags and emergency kits are becoming household essentials. Tornado plans in the plains, with families practicing drills and ensuring shelters are ready. Water conservation and wildfire safety out west, as communities band together to reduce fire hazards and save every drop. This nationwide outlook sets the stage for our deep dive into the Atlantic hurricane season. Understanding these trends is key to staying safe and prepared. The same patterns shaping your local weather are fueling the storms brewing over the ocean. Stay tuned as we explore what's ahead for hurricane season and how it could impact you. Now, let's focus on the main event, the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season, which is already drawing intense attention from experts and the public alike. Major meteorological centers around the world are in agreement. This year's season is shaping up to be hyperactive, with conditions that could lead to a record-breaking number of storms. Typically, an average Atlantic hurricane season brings about 14 named storms, 7 hurricanes, and 3 major hurricanes. These numbers are what communities have come to expect, and they form the baseline for preparedness. But this year, forecasts are sounding the alarm. Experts predict between 20 and 26 named storms, 10 to 14 hurricanes, and an astonishing 5 to 8 major hurricanes, numbers that far exceed the norm. These projections are not just above average, they're on par with some of the most destructive hurricane seasons ever recorded, seasons that left lasting scars on communities. A major hurricane, classified as Category 3 or higher, has the power to level entire neighborhoods, topple infrastructure, and leave thousands without power for weeks or even months. With the possibility of up to 8 major hurricanes, the risk of at least one making landfall in a densely populated area is alarmingly high, putting millions at risk. This forecast covers the entire Atlantic basin, stretching from the open Atlantic Ocean to the Caribbean Sea and the Gulf of Mexico, regions home to millions of people and vital infrastructure. While we can't predict the exact paths these storms will take, the sheer number of storms increases the odds that the U.S. and other coastal nations will face direct impacts this year. If you live in a hurricane-prone area, now is the time to prepare. Stock up on emergency supplies, review your evacuation plans, and secure your home as if a storm is already on its way. These numbers aren't just statistics, they're a clear warning, a call to action that we must all take seriously to protect ourselves and our communities. Taking steps to prepare now can make all the difference, potentially saving lives and reducing the impact of these powerful storms later. So, what's driving this unusually intense forecast? Let's take a closer look at the unique factors making the 2025 season stand out from the rest. Why such high predictions for 2025? It's all about the science. First, Atlantic waters are at record high temperatures, prime fuel for rapid hurricane intensification. Second, we're in a La Niña phase, which weakens wind shear in the Atlantic, making it easier for storms to grow. Third, a more active West African monsoon means more tropical waves rolling into the Atlantic, each a potential hurricane seed. These 3 factors, record warm water, low wind shear, and more disturbances, create ideal conditions for a hyperactive season. It's a chain reaction that starts thousands of miles away but can have devastating consequences here. This isn't just a guess, it's a convergence of powerful natural forces. That's why forecasters are sounding the alarm. The science is clear. 2025 could be one of the most dangerous hurricane seasons in years. Preparation is more urgent than ever. Now let's pinpoint the highest risk zones. Where are storms most likely to hit? While we can't predict exact tracks, we know the highest risks. The entire U.S. Gulf Coast and Atlantic Coast face elevated threats, but the Gulf, especially from Texas to Florida, is a particular concern due to extremely warm waters. Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and the Florida Panhandle are in the line of fire, with storm surge a major threat. The Atlantic Coast, from Florida through the Carolinas, is also highly vulnerable. Inland flooding is a major risk, as storms can stall and dump huge amounts of rain far from the coast. Even the mid-Atlantic and New England must stay alert. A hyperactive season means more chances for storms to curve north. If you live near the Atlantic or Gulf, this is the year to be on high alert. Preparation is critical for everyone along the coast. To understand the threat, let's learn from history. Hurricane Helene, 2006, rapidly intensified over warm water, going from tropical storm to major hurricane in just 24 hours. Rapid intensification is a major concern this year, leaving little time to prepare or evacuate. Always be ready for the worst-case scenario, not just the current forecast. Now consider Tropical Storm Chantal, 2007. It wasn't a hurricane, but it stalled over New England, causing devastating flooding. You don't need a major hurricane for a major disaster. Water is often the biggest threat. Heavy rain can cause flash floods far inland, impacting communities that think they're safe. Know your flood risk, not just your wind risk. This season's storms are expected to be stronger and wetter. The lessons: respect rapid intensification, never underestimate water, and always heed warnings. Past storms are warnings we must take seriously. Knowing the risk is one thing, acting on it saves lives. Start with a family emergency plan. Where will you go? How will you stay in touch? And who's your out-of-state contact? Write it down and make sure everyone knows the details. Next, assemble a disaster kit. Food, water, radio, flashlights, batteries, first aid, medications, and important documents. Keep it in a spot you can grab quickly. Get your information from official sources, local news, NOAA weather radio, and emergency alerts. Don't rely on rumors or social media during a storm. Prepare your home. Install storm shutters or have plywood ready. Bring in outdoor items and clear gutters. Take these steps before a storm is on your doorstep. Preparation is your best defense. Don't wait, start today. A little planning now can make all the difference. Protect your property and your life. Stay ready, stay safe. We can't ignore the bigger picture. Climate change is making hurricanes more dangerous. Warmer oceans fuel stronger storms and increase the risk of rapid intensification. A warmer atmosphere holds more moisture, leading to heavier rainfall and more catastrophic flooding. Rising sea levels mean storm surge can reach further inland, putting more people and infrastructure at risk. The storms we face today are stronger, wetter, and more unpredictable than those of past generations. Preparing for hurricane season now means preparing for a changing climate. Our actions today shape the storms our children will face. We must work together, individually and as communities, to address both immediate risks and long-term solutions. The urgency is real. Let's act now to protect our future. As we look ahead, the message is empowerment, not fear. You have the knowledge and tools to protect yourself and your family. Preparation starts now. Have the conversation, build your kit, know your evacuation zone. Simple steps make a huge difference. Being ready reduces anxiety and gives you control. You are your family's first line of defense. Help your community, check on neighbors, share tips, and encourage others to prepare. Strong communities weather storms together. Share your wisdom. Your experience could help someone else stay safe. Stay informed, stay ready, and stay safe. What's your best hurricane prep tip? Share in the comments below. Your advice could make all the difference for another family. Thanks for tuning in. Be prepared and take care.